So, Flex, what do you want? Stay or go?
Look, I think for me, stay. For me, certainly stay for at least 1 year. I'm not going to bore everybody with he's not the problem. That's been done. That's been done. That's been said. That's been put to bed. But I think the key here is Erik ten Hag's coming into an absolute mess at Manchester United, a complete mess. He has so much to sort out. He's got fullbacks who are not up to it right now. We've got a central midfield that has glaring holes in it and gets played through so many times. We've got a non-existent centre-back partnership. We've got wingers who are not quite sure how to supply Ronaldo on a consistent basis. There are so many problems at Manchester United. I feel that for at least one season, which is what it would be, Ten Hag needs some constants. I think he needs to walk through that door and say, right, where do I start? Okay, there's my 20 to 25 goals. Park Ronaldo over there. At least he'll give me that. He's given me that in a poor Manchester United side. And look at someone like David De Gea, who a lot of people have criticised, saying he's not good enough with his feet, etc., modern-day keeper. I understand that. But again, for a year where Ten Hag is trying to firefight his way through things, I want to look at my keeper and my striker and say there's an experienced goalkeeper there who's a fantastic shot stopper who will help me for the first year settle down, and Ronaldo, whose standards are so high and who can still give me 20 to 25 goals in a season. I think he needs to stay for that. The big question is, what does it look like? I know you're saying there, Bella, if he says if Erik ten Hag wants him, or if indeed if we get the Conference League and Ronaldo sees another couple of younger strikers coming in and you try and have that conversation with Cristiano and say, listen, you're not going to play in X, Y, Z. We're going to go with these guys and you're just kind of going to fill in. We've got to game manage you. How does Cristiano Ronaldo take that? But on the flip side, where does he go now? Does it sit right with him that he would leave in this manner with Manchester United as broken as it is, and he's only got 1 more year left? Who can afford to pay his wages for that? I think he sits it out another year, and I think actually for Erik ten Hag, people who say he doesn't fit into that style, I don't think it's necessarily about that in the first year because he has so much to fix. So for me, Ronaldo stay.
Nubaid, that's Ronaldo, but what about Paul Pogba? He's been heavily linked with a free transfer move from Manchester United to Manchester City. We understand City are actually interested in him. Why would that be the right move for him and the club?
I don't actually think it is the right move, if only because we don't actually know if Pogba will work under Pep. I think there was a rumour that Pep apparently said that he does it for France and I can make that happen for him at City. I mean, I don't know where he fits him in. Gundogan barely gets a game at the moment and he's an outstanding midfielder. He gets Bernardo, De Bruyne and Rodri in that midfield. He's not going to replace Fernandinho because he doesn't actually get a game. And then also on top of that as well, I don't think Pogba will be overly bothered that he goes to the blue side of Manchester. We have seen that happen before. He has had a lot of stick from fans, and I don't think that attachment is there anymore like it was in the earlier years. He's still got a point to prove in the Premier League. Those are the only two things I can think of when I think, and maybe the fact that he might want to work under Pep Guardiola. Those are probably the 2 or 3 things I can think of. But also, I think Pogba probably just wants to leave Manchester. I think he probably wants to leave England. Probably wants to go abroad. Probably wants to go to Italy, back to what he knows, where he can sort of dominate the league and be one of the top players. And I think if he sits with Pep and Pep says to him, you'll play 25 games for me this season, he's not in a too dissimilar situation to what he's been at United, just with a slightly better, with a much better manager. But he'll want to play every single week. He's coming towards the end of his career, and I don't think that happens at City. I honestly just can't see him at City. I've looked at every tactical shape that they might play with, how Pogba can actually fit into this side. But we've seen Pogba play left midfield. We've seen him play holding midfield. Seen him play as an 8, a 6, a 10. Pep might be able to figure him out. Apparently, Pep wants to play him in a deeper role. But you've got Rodri there, so it actually makes no sense apart from the fact it's free and Pep might want to experiment. But those two things don't really sound like a Man City thing.